And welcome back to the 2024 Aramco Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship. As always, my name is Aaron Thompson. We're coming to you live now for race 3 of the Qatar Gulf Prix, and we will be getting underway very shortly indeed. This, of course, the third race of the event. This is the second reverse grid. The grids are determined by the third fastest times from qualifying, reversed within 4 seconds of the leader. If you're outside of 4 seconds of the leader, you're still reversed, but in Group B at the back of the field. We had a fantastic race just over an hour and a half ago, ladies and gentlemen. Race 2 of the Qatar Gulf Prix saw the first Formula 4 Saudi Arabia winner, Faisal Al-Kabani, the silver bullet in the silver number 7 car. An absolutely fantastic drive from him. He led from the first lap and dominated the field. Just behind him we had Hamda Al-Kabaisi. Hamda, of course, from the UAE, driving the purple number 8 car and doing a fantastic job to keep Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani, Federico Al-Rafai and many others behind her this last race, and really was a spectacle. We had 2 safety cars, ladies and gentlemen. The first safety car, because of a crash between the green number 99 car of Abdulaziz Abu Zanada and the blue number 55 car of Laura Villas. The second safety car because of an incident between Kirill Kutskov and Sagar Almasherj in the light blue cars. That's number 23 and number 5. Racing together and racing together again as they came into turn 10. Kirill Kutskov tried to make the same move up the inside as Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani did on him in the previous session, but just couldn't quite pull it off. Locked up his wheels and went into the side of his teammate coming out of the corner. Let's have a quick look through the race 2 results. Position we had Faisal Al-Kabani driving for Saudi Arabia in the green number 7 car. Second spot went to Amna Al-Kabaisi in the purple number 88, while Oscar Wirtz in the white number 11 rounded out the top 3. Federico Al-Rafai driving the white number 10 car came home for UAE in 4th position ahead of Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani. Let's spend a moment here, ladies and gentlemen, talking about Omar. He had a fantastic race. He was up in P3, challenging for P2 at one point, but there was a tussle between the second 4 drivers in the standings, and it went on and on and on. They were 3 ways, 4 ways, sideways sometimes, and it looked for a moment like Amna would drop down into P4 or P5, but she managed to grab it back from the neck of defeat. She grabbed victory, and unfortunately for Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani, he tumbled down the order. He's followed by Aurelia Nobles in the green number 22 car, another strong showing for her, while Hamda Al-Kabaisi in the purple number 8 driving for UAE came home P7. Good news for Qatar, ladies and gentlemen, because Jabbar Al-Thani in the carbon number 96 came home in 8th position, which did him good enough for a rookie second, his first podium of the season. As we've been saying all weekend, Jabbar is improving day by day, but this is still his first year, as is evident by his rookie classification. So you can tell that really he's improving in every way that is possible, but it's just going to take time, ladies and gentlemen. It's like anything else. It's like doing your maths at home. You just need to keep doing question after question, race after race, get in that track time, build your confidence, build your knowledge, build your skill set and your reaction time, and piece by piece it all comes together, and finally you have a full-blooded racing driver. John Rodolfo Brobio joins us in number 77 in the red car, driving for the Philippines, while Sagar Almasherj is P11, Kirill Kutskov is P12, Laura Villas is P13, Andrei Petrovich and Suleiman Zanfari in 14th and 15th, both DNF. We will So it looks like we're going to go down to Marcello now in just a moment, ladies and gentlemen, in the pit lane for the grid walk. You can see the cars all being lined up there, ready to go as soon as possible. Marcello is going to take us down and have a quick word with the man on pole position, who may well be Jabber Al-Thani once again.
Here we are again for the third race of this weekend. We are, of course, on the grid trying to get some words from the driver that are racing for these incredible categories. Formula 4 Saudi Arabia, one more time by night. This time we will get some words from Aurelia Nobel, Ferrari driver, Academy driver. She is for this event in the green car, and she's talking at this moment with her engineer, and let's have some word from her to understand which are the feeling right before the start. How do you feel when you're getting ready? Hello, Aurelia. Sorry to bother. So, you had a really good start of this weekend. It's the first time for you here in this championship. What are your goals for this race?
Well, right now I have very old tires. I'm starting P7, but the main focus is on the race 4 because I'll be starting P3. And I'm quite confident. I think we can get a podium. And yeah, let's try to have a good start and try to do some good overtakes.
Well, actually, your engineer was suggesting to go to P1. Good luck. So going on, getting some words from Omar Alderian. Really good all the time in racing. Well, last race not so lucky. I mean, what happened right after the safety car in the last race? Was really nice battle from the outside, but you could gain. At the end, didn't work out.
Yeah, I mean, it happens in racing. Unfortunately, that time I got the bad end of the stick. I just lost out in the fight. Tried to send it on Amna, lost time, got caught up with Oscar and Federico, and just lost out. It happens, but we know the pace is there, and I know I'm confident on the brakes. Didn't mess with my confidence, deleted from my memory, and on to the next one.
Really good, Omar. Well, yesterday on the first race, you did an amazing move over Kirill. Could you just explain how did you think about it?
Well, to be honest, it was a little bit of profanity in my head. It was just kind of like a F it moment and just send it and see what happens, you know. It's my rookie season, so I'm trying a bunch of different things, and race by race I'm becoming more and more confident on the brakes, so I'll try and do another one of those moves. Keep an eye out. Okay, let's go for it. Good luck, Omar. So going on to have some word from other drivers here on the grid. Let's get some word from Amna, that is just arriving from a second position on the previous race. So Amna, your previous race was fantastic and you were more or less in the same position. So what are you hoping for this time?
Just to go ahead and not lose anything.
So you don't want to say any position you are really aiming for, okay. Oh, cross the finger to have another really nice battle on track. Okay, thank you. So we will watch the race and now just enjoy the third race of this weekend.
Thank you very, very much, Marcello. That was an excellent interview down there. And it's really important that we get to know what's going on in these young drivers' heads so that we can try and inspire the next generation to take that leap, to jump into a go-kart or to jump from a go-kart into a Formula 4 car and hopefully climb up the ladder to Formula 1. Of course, that is entirely the purpose of Formula 4, is to allow individuals who have just started, who've done karting or have always been interested to get into motorsport to join the sport and slowly walk their way up the ladder. Of course, you start in Formula 4, you move on to Formula 3 and then Formula 2 and then eventually up into Formula 1. It's just like doing your IGCSEs, your GCSEs, and then going to university and then getting your job, which would be the top step, Formula 1. And you can see here now Amna Al-Khabaisi is being settled into her car. Her seatbelts are done for her. Of course, this is a 6-point harness here in the car, which basically makes the driver like a part of the vehicle. You can't move your body at all except for your feet and of course your hands, but your chest, your abdomen is secured tightly onto the chassis, and then the head and neck and shoulders device, which you might be able to see here, which goes between the driver's helmet and their shoulders. It connects the helmet basically to your shoulders so that you can't so that you can't bend your neck forward, which prevents you from getting whiplash if you're in an incident. That actually an FIA innovation from many years ago, which I'm sure has saved many lives. Now, as we continue now with the event, you can see that it appears that the end of the pit lane is going to go green. It has gone green already, so in just a moment we will be underway. You can see the mechanics all just making the final preparations that are necessary to get going, and in the back there I caught a glimpse of the race director making sure that everything is proceeding as necessary. What happens here, ladies and gentlemen, is a little bit different than Formula One. To save time and of course airtime as well, we don't go down to the grid to do a grid walk like you'd see Martin Brundle doing at the F1 weekend. We line up in front of our pit garages as the cars are being done now, and when everybody's ready, when race control gives the signal, the light goes green and everybody proceeds onto the track. There's one sighting lap. Everybody stops on the podium. All 5 lights go on one by one. Excuse me, that's not correct. There's a green flag shown. The cars go around one more time, stop on the boxes for the second time. All 5 lights go on, and as they go out, we are underway. And you can see that Jabber Al Thani in the carbon number 96 Formula 4 Generation 2 race car, leading us out of the pit lane once again. It was a good start from Jabber in the last race. He tumbled down the order, but that's to be expected in your rookie year. You know, it's not easy, and this is not just Jabber's rookie year. He's only had a year or so of karting before this as well, so he's really one of the less experienced drivers on the circuit. So it's quite impressive that he's managed to get up onto the rookie podium, and it's quite impressive the pace that he's managing to maintain and the time he's managing to find in the race. We can see on screen now the light blue number 23 of Kirill Kutskov coming around turn 1, and in just a moment we're going to go through the starting grid. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on pole position once again. We have the carbon number 96 of Jabber Al Thani, a Qatari native, and he's joined alongside him by Faisal Al Kabani. Ladies and gentlemen, Faisal Al Kabani won the last race, and I'm sure he's got his sights on doing exactly the same thing once again. Second row of the grid is Amna Al Kabasi in the purple number 88 car, and she is joined by Lara Billas, both drivers driving at Formula One Academy and have given an excellent show so far this season. Omar Al-Walid Al-Jarani in the yellow number 18 car takes up the left-hand side position on the third row of the grid alongside of Aurelia Nobles from Brazil in the green number 22 car, while Oscar Wirtz and Kirill Kutskov are on the fourth row of the grid, I should say. Sagar Al-Mashers and Hamda Al-Kabasi round out the top 10 positions. Federico Al-Rafai and Solomon Zanfari are P11 and P12 respectively in the white number 10 car and the orange number 52. Solomon had contact in the last race and lost his nose. He came in to change the front wing, but after going back out in last and running in last, he decided to come in and conserve his tyres, so that make things very interesting indeed in this race, because he may have a fresher set than everybody else on track, while Andrei Petrovic and Abdul Zanada and John Shodorfer Robio round out our grid. Ladies and gentlemen, I've just been joined by Luca Filippi, our driver coach and co-commentator this weekend. Luca, it's good to have you back.
Thanks a lot, Aaron.
I missed you last race. I wasn't entirely sure how well Luca. I think he did an absolutely fantastic job.
I cannot believe it. Just kidding, because we are a very nice group of friends and co-workers, so I'm sure they did. I mean, we all work closely to the drivers, so we know them, we know their attitude, we know exactly what it goes through the weekend since when they arrive here, and some of them, they just show up at the airport, and we go and collect them from the very first time they arrive until the end of the weekend. So we really spend a lot of time with them. We help them, we teach them, we feel like sometimes bigger brothers, sometimes teachers, sometimes a bit of everything. And we just try and maximize all the experience they can do in a weekend like this, that at the end it's a little less than a week, but in reality it means a lot. It's like a lot of mileage and a lot of valuable experience.
You're exactly right. I picked up Aurelia at the airport just a few days ago. She's just 15. She was in Jeddah last week, flew down to Qatar by herself, picked her up. She came to the track and put it at a very good pace in the first test session. And we can see now that the marshal at the front of the grid is displaying the 10-second board, I believe. All cars are lined up in their grid boxes and ready to go. Faisal Al-Kabani in the silver number 7 on the left-hand side of your screens, and Jabber Al-Thani in the carbon number 96 on the right-hand side of your screens. And in just a moment, all the lights will go on one by one, and when they extinguish, we will be underway. Unless, of course, this is the green flag lap and I put my foot in my mouth once again. Will I ever learn? But not to worry, ladies and gentlemen. The drivers are the ones that count, and they know exactly what's going on track. And Jabber Al-Thani is taking us around now for the formation lap.
Yeah, absolutely. Jabber is his home race, so it's nice to have him here doing so well, which is important. He's driving very well for sure. He has little experience in terms of racing, so he still needs to learn more the fighting, and especially in the first laps. So for sure, the really first lap and the start is the crucial part for him.
You're exactly right, Luca, as always, and I think we're going to have a quick look at the circuit now. Can you talk us through it?
Yes, fantastic circuit. 16 corners, high speed, most of it. 4th gear for turn 1 again, 4th gear for 2, and then 4th gear again for 4 and 5, down to 3rd for 6. We have a very long section here. Turn 9 is very fast in 5th, while we have a very long section turning right, triple apex, 5th gear, and then second last corner that you can carry a lot of speed in 5th again, and then the last corner in 3rd into the main straight. So most of the corners are between 4th and 5th, really fast corner and really fast circuit, 5.4 kilometers. It's a lot of fun to drive, amazing circuit.
And we've had some great overtaking corners as here as well, Luca. We saw corner 1 up the inside, works very, very well. I haven't seen anyone manage to switch back into corner 2 yet, but I've seen a few try. Corner 4 as well, that 90-degree right, excellent opportunity. We've seen a lot of action there. Corner 6, unfortunately, we've seen some accidents there. Not to say accidents, but some, shall we say, over-enthusiastic overtaking maneuvers. And corner 10 as well, a fantastic spot to make a move. We saw Omar Walid Aldarani stick a move up the inside of the light blue number 23 car of Kirill Kutskov, and we've also seen the opposite happen, where the move wasn't stuck in the last race. In fact, that's what happened between the teammates, the number 23 and the number 5, Kirill Kutskov and Sagar Almashouj. What do you think, Luca? Where's going to be the next interesting overtaking position? I haven't seen anything at the last corner at turn 15. They both looked like they could do something.
Absolutely, and especially race 3 is potentially one of the most interesting and exciting, because we will see some drivers with very old used tires, potentially with already 2 full races in terms of mileage. And maybe there will be some drivers potentially going for the new or a newer set. That will make a bit of a difference in terms of the speed and the grip they will have, especially in the first couple of laps. I'm really curious to see it. Between the group in the middle, it will be important the start, because the fastest guy are more or less in the middle of the group. So whoever is able to stay in front of this fast group will have an opportunity to come through the field and try to get a podium or a win.
Yes, indeed. You can see now that the final car is just taking its position at the back of the grid. So in just a moment, we will be underway for the 3rd race here at the Qatar Gulf Prix. 2 lights on, 3 lights on, 4 lights on, all lights are on, and as they go out, we are underway. Looks like Jabbar has managed to get away, but the Faisal Al-Kabani Silver Bullet car has gotten up into first position once again as we come down into turn 1. Omar's going to make a move up the inside to try to sneak into second position. They go 3 wide. There's definitely some contact, but it looks like everybody's managed to continue racing as we go around into turn 2 now. Omar Walid Aldarani in the yellow number 18 car has put it at 1-2 for Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, great start from Faisal, the winner of the previous race, with Omar in second. And also...
Is that 4 wide coming into turn 5? Yes, it is. That's fantastic. As Oscar Woods in the number 11 car, that's the white car, tries to make a move up the inside of Jabber Al Thani. Looks like he manages to pull it off, and Jabber goes a little bit wide to avoid any contact. Coming down into turn 6 now, we've seen contact here, turn 10 I should say. We've seen contact here before, but fortunately nothing at this particular moment of the race as we continue on track with the green number 22 of Aurelia Nobles. Coming into now the third sector of the circuit. In just a moment we will see if anybody can manage to make a move, but what's particularly impressive is Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani, who's managed to get from P5 up into P2 in just one corner.
Yeah, I believe Omar has a fresher set. I mean, I cannot say for sure, but I believe he does. So maybe him and Amna as well, they could both have a good opportunity for this race. And Oscar Wurzi made again an amazing start, really good. I think it was important for him.
There's going to be a move here between the white and purple cars, or perhaps the white and black cars at the back of your screen. Did they manage to make a stick? I believe that's Federico Al-Rafai making a move on Jabber Al Thani, while Laura Villas seems to have had an incident on the exit of one of the corners. It must be turns 12 or 13, as Aurelia Nobles know that's Abdulaziz Abu Zadani goes very wide coming out the exit of the final corner of the circuit. Is anybody close enough to make a move coming down into turn 1? Well, there is a train being led by Federico Al-Rafai, the white number 10 car, but they all decide to tuck in and follow through the corner in order to better themselves in the next possible position. But let's have a quick look at what happened with Laura Villas.
Yeah, we have seen Laura. She was spun off in the runoff area, and let's see what happened. She here we see Amda, and she was offline and totally lost control.
Good avoiding action there by Solomon Zanfari, though.
Yes, absolutely, and from also Abdulaziz going wide and Zanfari going on the inside. Let's hope that Raurash is able to restart the car and get going.
Yes, let's have no more safety cars this race. Let's continue racing, ladies and gentlemen, because these young drivers are doing something very, very special this weekend. You should have seen the last race. Well, I hope you did, because it was absolutely brilliant. Luca, you may have missed it because I believe you're off commentating for Formula E, but it was absolutely brilliant. Faisal Al-Qabani had his strongest showing so far.
Yeah, Faisal, he has another opportunity here, but Omar, this time I'm sure he will try as hard as he can. Faisal, I've seen that he made an amazing race. I'm really happy for him. Really nice guy as well. Apart from that, he's a brilliant driver.
Yes, indeed, and it looks like Laura Villas has managed to get going. She's at corner 10 at the moment, which is good news for all of you race fans out there and in here as well, because on screen we can see that there's a lot of action to come with Faisal Al-Qabani and Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani separated by only 0.6 of a second, and both drivers setting personal bests in every sector of the last lap, with Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani going fastest overall with a 2-minute 9.27, just 1,000 of a second faster than the man in front of him, as Andrei Petrovic now, ladies and gentlemen, looks like he's going to make a move up the inside into turn 1 and secure that position ahead of Federico Al-Rafai in the white number 10 car. This is very important news for the championship standings, ladies and gentlemen, because I believe the battle at the moment is between these two young drivers, Federico Al-Rafai and Andrei Petrovic.
Yeah, Federico is struggling a little bit with his tires, which, you know, it's one of those things that can happen in race 3, because he saved a fresher set for race 4, so definitely he's struggling a little bit, while Petrovic is more of a mixed condition in terms of tires, so he's mixing the best tires he has, so he has still a good set for the race 4, but also for this one is looking good. So I think we will see Andrei trying and get through the field in the second part of the race. I've seen also Saker got a position on Aurelia, and I know also Aurelia She has very old tires because she saved a brand new set for the last race. So let's see if she can hang on in this position.
Well, this is exactly what you want to see, Luca. Light blue in every sector on the timing screens. Well, almost every sector on the timing screens, but it's absolutely brilliant. And exactly what you're saying about Andre seems to be true, because he's pulling away from Federico El Rafai, who's, the gap already seems to be more than a second, maybe even 2 seconds. As we come back to the front of the action now with Faisal Al-Kabani in the silver number 7 car, he's starting to feel the pressure from Omar Lead Al-Durrani. The gap now only 4/10 of a second, as Omar just did the fastest lap last time around, and they come across the start-finish line just now. And as we see the update, it appears that the fastest lap has just gone on to Andrei Petrovic. He was being held up by Federico Al Rafai on more heavily used tyres, but now he's catching up to the pack, and is exactly the same thing that Omar Walid Al-Durrani is doing. He's tucking in behind the silver number 7 car of Faisal Al-Kabani. Followed him through turn 1, followed him through turn 2. Do you think his plan is to make a move up the inside at turn 4?
So I'm thinking that Omar, if he wants to win this race, he have to make it happen this lap or next lap, because then you never know if anybody can come to the field, like Andrei Petrovic, for example. So if Omar has a pace advantage over Faisal, he's good at his being patient, so he doesn't want to make a mistake, but he has to do it sooner rather than later, because you have to take the opportunity when he's in front of you. And it looks like at the moment Omar has a little more pace, maybe a little newer tire for this race, and he have to try and use the advantage he has in terms of grip.
Yes, he does, and he seems to be listening to you, Luca, because he's right up behind that silver car, and that's exactly what we want to see as we come through turn 10, turn 11. Where's the next possible place he could make a move, Luca? What would you do if you were in his shoes?
I think Omar is trying to be smart, because he feels that he has an advantage in pace, so he wants to make a clean move and make sure they don't lose time and they don't risk any contact. So he has to try and stay very close in the second last corner, carry a lot of speed, and yes, he did. He needs to gain a little bit of ground here in the braking for the last one, and then the only thing that he has to try and be closer coming out of the last corner. This is close, but not quite enough to give him an opportunity into turn 1.
The gap as they cross the start-finish line, 5/10 of a second, just a little bit too far back to make a move coming into turn 1. But Andrei Petrovic is closing in on the light blue number 5 of Sagar Al-Mashurj as well. So at the end of the race, we're going to have a lot of action between these young drivers, all vying for a podium position.
Absolutely, I can see Andrei coming through the field and coming fast, because definitely he's fast driver, very fast in this specific circuit, and probably also on quite a good set of tires. So again, he has also the opportunity potentially to win the race if he's fast in overtaking the slower drivers in front of him, struggling with the grip.
Well, he's all over the back of the Kuwaiti national Sagar Al-Mashurj as we come through turns 8. Now there's an opportunity now coming down into the left-handed turn 10. He may be able to make a move. We've seen it happen before. He's looking left, he's looking right, decides against it. He holds onto it all, but he's not going to make the move just yet. Is he going to? The next opportunity is turn 1, Luca.
So this is not an easy one, because it's not a really place where you brake, you just lift a little bit. So with now Saker struggling a little bit, he will definitely try in between the second last and last corner, and maybe right after in turn 1. It's difficult to follow because you lose a little bit of front downforce when you are in these fifth gear corners and you carry all the speed. But I'm sure that he has a little bit extra pace, so he will do it this lap.
Well, he will certainly try. As we come across the start-finish line, once again, Faisal Al-Kabani still at the front of the pack. His compatriot Omar Al-Rain in P2 and Amna Al-Kabaisi in the purple number 88 driving for the UAE in P3. Andre has a look up the inside, decides against it. They're having trouble following out of the final corner, and that's denying them that opportunity up the inside. Luca, what are they doing wrong and what could they do better?
So, you know, it's nothing really wrong. He can try now. He's now really close. He can try into turn 4. He can try now. Not quite. I mean, it was really close. I really thought he had enough slipstream. So the next chance, it could be this corner coming here.
A little bit too far back, though. Yeah, not quite close enough. I mean, he's right up behind Sagar, but can't find a position to overtake him safely from. And that's really a testament to Sagar as well, who's defending excellently.
Absolutely. Also, as Sagar is on very old tires, but he's been really good in managing the tires also when they are very old. And now he is trying good defending from Sagar. He closed the door in the braking, so he managed to make the life difficult for Andre. He was really close, so he finally had an opportunity, but Sagar made a great job in defending.
An absolutely fantastic job. I'm more and more impressed with Sagar Al-Mashrouj. Every single race he just seems to be picking up things. He was on the top step of the podium in Kuwait, and I'm sure he's going to be back up there very, very soon.
So as you see, then in the second last corner, the gap always gets a little longer, but then Andre will try and get closer, exit in the last corner. Oh, but now Omar is really close to face out.
Really, really close. Less than 0.4 of a second as they cross the start-finish line. That's the closest so far. Can he make a move? And just behind them, Andre Petrovic is just a few tenths of a second behind Sagar Al-Mashrouj. Can he make a move? Not quite. I mean, he ducks and dives, tries to trick the Kuwaiti driver, but Sagar doesn't fall for it, maintains his position, and keeps the Serbian behind him.
Yeah, and also Sagar is doing some lines that are also good in defending, because he's trying to keep some tighter lines, and this is even more difficult for Andre. Because then when we get to this section where is more high speed, is really difficult to stay close. He's now really close, but you see now Sagar understand how to defend.
Dives up the inside, gets the inside line alongside through turn 6. On the exit is still Sagar Al-Mashrouj, but he's going to go around the outside now. Is Andre Petrovic. Can he make it stick? No, now he's going to try and switch up to the inside line. And the exit of turns 7, can he make anything happen? No, Sagar again with an excellent defensive driving display there, manages to hold on to the position.
Yeah, and then he still closed the door again, so now he's really close.
The exit there of turn 10. Is it going to happen for Andre Petrovic, or can Sagar Al-Mashrouj keep him at bay? This is the Rotex World Champion against a rookie driver with only his first year in professional racing, as they come through turn 12 now, 12 and 13, a little bit wide on the exit for Sagar Al-Mashrouj. Let's have a look and see what happens as they come onto the screen from the right-hand side of the screen in just a moment. Will it be a light blue car or a red car? It is a red car, ladies and gentlemen, and Andre Petrovic in the red, number 49, has managed to get in front of the Kuwaiti driver, and it looks like Aurelio Nobles is right up on his gearbox as well. Now, I noticed a big scratch on that side pod of the light blue car. Luca, did you see that? Was there some contact at the beginning of the race?
It could be, or it could be also the scratch from the earlier race between himself and Kirill Kuzkov. So but it was a good defending from him, but unfortunately this gave the opportunity to Aurelia Nobles and Kirill Kuzkov to get closer, and Aurelia goes in the inside, but she didn't quite make it. I think I've seen Sagar was still in front.
Well, Sagar, as we said, is driving excellently defensively, but I think he may be really running out of tire life here.
Absolutely. He had
Oh, side by side there between the green and light blue of Aurelia Nobles and Sagar Almashurj. We'll see on the right hand of your screen in just a moment when they come around this corner who managed to come out on top. It appears that Sagar has managed to hold on to that position because now the number 23 car of Kirill Kutskov is challenging the number 22 car of Aurelia Nobles for track position. That's good news for Sagar. His teammate is taking some of the heat off of him.
Yeah, both Aurelia and Sagar, they are on the third race on the same tire, so they are definitely struggling with only 3 laps to go, and so it's at the end of their life for these tires. It's not the end of the life from the tire wear point of view, but for the performance, let's say. So it's hard to keep the rhythm consistent. You have a bit of a drop towards the end of the race. While I've seen Andrei Petrovic going really fast and getting really close to Oscar Wurz. Yeah, I think he's gonna do.
Yeah, he's less than a second away now.
Yeah.
Still has the best lap overall. His sector 1 is 0.5 of a second faster on just the last lap, as Omar Alderain is now right up behind the silver bullet. He goes to the outside after looking for the inside line. He's pushed to the outside. Can he go around the outside here at turn 1? He'd have to have a lot fresher tires, and he may just have that. And he's going to switch back now. No, there's some contact between the two Saudi drivers. A little bit of a nudge there between the yellow and silver cars. That's got to be a shock to your system for Faisal Al-Kabani. He definitely knows that Omar's there now. As they come out of turn 2, down through turn 3, can Omar make a move coming into turn 4? He's going for the outside line again because Faisal has the inside line covered. A little bit squirrely on the exit from Faisal. He loses it, and Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani takes position between corners 3 and corners 4 and closes the door at the exit of the 4th corner of the circuit. But Faisal Al-Kabani is not satisfied with that and is fighting back for it now. Having a look up the outside, then the inside at turn 6. He's right on the gearbox of his compatriot. Coming through turn 7 now. Can he have a look and see what he can do? He's not letting Omar get away from him that easily. He's going to continue fighting until the checkered flag, and with 2 laps left to go, he may be able to get that position back, and hopefully they don't come together once again, because that would be absolutely terrible news for Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani, whose goal since the beginning of the Kuwaiti round was to be atop the top step of the podium. So this is fantastic news for him, ladies and gentlemen. He's just got to hold on for 2 laps, and that does seem to be exactly what he's going to do, because it is a little bit of a lengthening gap there now between the yellow and silver cars.
What a fight! I love that. What a fight! It was a real fight. It wasn't an easy overtake, and it wasn't easy for Faisal to defend. But they both did amazing, and they never gave up, both of them. And Faisal is still really close. It's not the end of it yet.
Oh, big spin here for Laura Villas in the blue number 55 car. She is stuck on the exit of one of the corners and is spinning her wheels in the gravel, and she's definitely completely beached. You can see them spinning and spinning and spinning and nothing happening at all. That means that Andrei Petrovic is now right up in the gearbox of Hamda Al-Kabasi, and he's going to make a move coming into turn 1. They go all the way to the inside, almost touching the pit wall before Andrei switches back to the outside to get a better entry into the corner. Can he use that momentum to get right up behind Amna and try to make a move into turn 2 around the outside again? He looks for it, and he hasn't quite managed to find it yet as they come through turn 3 now in the bottom left of your screens, ladies and gentlemen. He's going to go around the outside once again at turn 3, and he's positioned himself excellently now, but he's going to have to go around the outside one more time at turn 4 to try and make it happen. He's got so much pace, it's crazy. He's right up on that purple number 8 car, and he's not letting her get away. He wants that P3.
She's been really aggressive in the defending, but fair. So she always closed the door in advance, not in reaction. So she didn't give an inch to Andrei, that is a little faster in this phase of the race. But Amna, so far, she did an amazing job in defending. Watch out, because we might find now a yellow flag. But Andrei's in the inside. What a move!
What an absolutely fantastic move. But it's not over yet. She has the inside line. Can she keep him at bay? He's just gotten past, but she's still right up behind him. She's tucked in behind him. She's going to have a look at the next corner, I'm sure. But it does seem as if Andrei Petrovic has taken that P3. And I'm very curious to find out what that means for the championship standings, Luca.
Another amazing fight in 2 laps with 2 fantastic fights. Again, both of them did an amazing job. Amna defending and Andre trying the outside and then became the inside for the corner after. Fantastic job. Fantastic job.
Absolutely fantastic as Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani takes checkered flag for Saudi Arabia. That's 2 Saudi Arabian drivers here to take the top step of the podium at the Qatar Gulf Prix. An absolutely fantastic showing from Omar in the yellow number 18 car as he crosses the start finish line. Andrei Petrovic came in P3 while Oscar Wirtz finishing in P4. Luca,
just
you're
on the
trying
line.
to tell me something. Just on the line.
Just on the line. They arrive side by side, and yeah, so it's like 2 or 3 hundredths of a second in between.
Between Oscar and Amna.
Yes.
Yes. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, I mean,
side by side.
it's terrible news for Amna, but it's just fantastic to watch these young drivers.
Yeah, I mean, Amna, for sure, she asked a lot her tires in the previous race because she had an amazing pace, and she definitely did a very good job, and she just fell short by 1 lap in this race because she also did amazing, but unfortunately this last lap she lost 2 positions and she lost the podium as well.
Yeah, it's sad news for Amna, but fantastic news for Omar, who's achieved his objective already so quickly into the start of his professional racing career. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I need to run down to the podium, so I'll leave you in good hands with Luca Felipe, and I hope to see you again very soon for the final race of the Qatar Gulf Prix, the 2024 Qatar Gulf Prix. Of course, we will be back very soon for the 2025 season, so stay in touch, have a good final race of the weekend, and I hope to see you again very, very soon.
So very well deserved win for Omar, and a fantastic fight for that lead. We have seen even a little of a touch, and we can see also in the nose cone just a black mark on the cone from Omar that had a little tap in the exit of turn 1 to Faisal, but after that it was fantastic fight for all the lap, and he claimed his first win in the championship, a deserved win, but we have to say that we saw this coming. We knew it was coming sooner or later, and it came sooner rather than later because he did an amazing job, and he kept working hard, he kept trying hard, and I think he did amazing. I'm sure he will be super happy after this win, and Faisal again another solid result in second. Yeah, super happy guy, Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani. He had a very good pace, but it wasn't easy for him to overtake, I have to say, because Faisal drove an amazing race. He was very consistent. He never really gave him opportunities, and in this fight it was a Saudi fight for these 2 guys, and let's see how is the classification with Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani, winner of today's race, then Faisal Al-Kabani in P2 after winning second race. So another amazing job for Faisal after a good start. Andrei Petrovic on the podium, coming up fast, especially in the last few laps. And Oscar Wurz in fourth. He had a very good start. And it's a solid weekend so far for Oscar. Amna Al-Kubaisi, again, she did very well all the race. Just fell short by 1 lap and she lost the podium position, but a solid 5th place. Saker Al-Mosherji, unfortunately for him and Aurelia, they had older tire as Kirill Kutskov, so it was hard for them to hang on with the pace of the leaders of today, and Federico Rifai also had very old tires. Suleiman Zanfari in 10th position. Unfortunately for Suleiman, he didn't quite found the pace that he had in Kuwait. Then Hamd Al-Kubaisi 11, Jabor Altani, home race for him in 12, Juancho Brobio in 13th, and Abdulaziz Abuzenada 14th. Laura Villas, unfortunately, we've seen her in the gravel in the second last lap in 15. Yeah, what a race. It was nice to see a race without a safety car, and but we have seen very nice fights. I would say the fight in between Faisal Al-Kabani and Omar Alderani for the lead, it was really amazing. It was for an entire lap, a nice fight, very, very tough. From my side, it was fair from both sides. Tough, but fair. Same thing in between for the third podium, for the third place position in between Andrei Petrovic and Amna Al-Kubaisi, with Andrei able to finally overtake Amna in a sequence of corners. It wasn't an easy task for him to do, and I would say that Andrei had a little bit of a tire advantage over Amna, but still he did an amazing job. What a race again. Then some of the drivers, they had to survive with the holder tire, but we will see also in the fourth race where these guys, they will have a newer set. So let's hear from the guys and the podium finishers of today's third race.
Andrei Petrovic on podium, third step, again, one more time. Well, actually it was really expected how quick you are gaining position from the very beginning. You were fast from the other day, but today it was really impressive. But even not know how you made the last overtake over Amna was really good, seeing on the outside how you were trying.
Yeah, you know, it was a great race starting P13. I knew I was gonna have the speed for the win. It was just about getting past everyone quickly. And when I saw on the last lap I was catching Amna, and I knew I had the opportunity for a podium, and you know, I risked it a little bit, and in the end it paid off. So I'm really happy with how it ended up.
So really, really good job. Now you have the last race, so maybe not the position you want to start, but you still have a good tire to use.
Yeah, I start from P10. You know, now I started P13, so we're showing that even from behind we can fight. It's just about getting a good start, and I think top 5 for the next race is doable.
Good job, man. Good luck for the next one.
Yeah, so definitely happy Andrei Petrovic. He wasn't happy yesterday after qualifying, where he was leading before the last red flag, but then he also spun off and caused a second red flag, and by that other people improved and he lost pole position. He was really upset about it. So his weekend started with a third place, and now another podium. But we hear from the second place.
Faisal Al-Kabani one more time on the podium. Well, you were leading the whole race. Just at really last lap, second last lap, you lost the leading. But I think it's a really good moment for you. You were showing really good pace. And I think even for Saudi Arabia, it's a really good moment to driver on the first 2 steps on the podium.
You made a very good point. This is a Saudi Arabian championship, and to have 2 Saudi Arabian drivers 1-2, I think is a massive feat, and it goes to show that there is some talent in Saudi Arabia, and this is just the beginning.
So now you are going to the 4th race of this weekend. Second and third were really amazing. Your pace was really good. So you still have good tire to manage to get a good position and score other points?
We're going to see about the tire situation. It's tough to tell right now. But I think we're starting from P10. I think I've proved in race 2 and 3 that I can get a decent start. So I'll use that to my advantage and try to make up as much pace as I can without contact. Keep it clean and try to take the opportunities that I can in front of me.
Well, I would say that decent is not enough. It was a really great start. Congratulations.
So yeah, happy Faisal Kabani after also a very solid weekend, and now we hear from the winner of today, race 3, Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani.
Omar Al-Durrani with amazing race. The last 2 laps were really tight fight with Faisal. How was standing all the race just behind him? You were just trying to study him or what?
Yeah, I was trying to study him and also trying to pressure him into a mistake. And once that mistake happened, I took full advantage of it. It was really tough to get past. We were side by side for a while, and he tried to send it on me in the last lap and got me a little scared because I saw it was what I did in turn 10. But nevertheless, it was a good race, really tough. Props to Faisal. It was great racing with him, and yeah, I'm gonna enjoy my first win.
So first win in Formula 4 Saudi, 2 driver from Saudi Arabia in the first 2 steps of the podium. What does it mean for you?
It's great for the country. It shows that we have potential, and hopefully the ministry will push us forward after all this good results.
Congratulations, really good job.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
So, yeah, as they both said, they were happy with their race, so they must be also both happy with their fight, which was a little tough but fair. So I would say no action there, I presume and hope, because it was really nice to see. And for the rest, we also have Andrei Petrovic with a solid podium finish. So at the end is looking quite good this weekend for him. But let's see what happens in race 4 with the full points. It was an interesting race, especially for the fight for the win. Let's see what happens again. So this is the first lap with Omar taking second and Faisal, after a fantastic start, he was in first. Unfortunately, a spin from Laura Villers in the first lap, and then she had also another one in the second last lap. And then here we see again contact with Andrei Petrovic here, coming through the field really fast on Saker Almosherji. Really nice move. He had a very good pace, probably a little pressure tires than other people. Guancio proprio, losing the car, but able to restart. And finally, Omar Al-Durrani able to get the lead of the race. What a race for Omar, fantastic. Amazing and well-deserved win, and fantastic also second place for Faisal. Yeah, again, these guys makes me very happy, makes me very proud for their improvement all the time. They show great potential. Sometimes we see little contact, little mistakes, but it's part of the game when you are a young talent with little experience coming through the field. So let's see the start. We have on pole position Jabor bin Hassan Al Thani, local driver from Kuwait. Good start, but not great, with Faisal able to get the lead really from the start. And we see on the inside Omar on the yellow car already able to overtake Amna. That was really important for him to get to second after the start, because then that was the position where he could fight for the win. Then we have Amna Kubezi in third place, able to overtake Jabor, as did Oscar Wurz. We have some drivers in the middle of the field like Oscar, Aurelia Nobles, Akila Mosherji, Federico Rifai, and Kirill Kuskov with very old tires, just trying to survive, let's say, with not a perfect grip, but they will then benefit from the newer set of tires in the last race. What a fight also for the podium in the final part of the race. And now we see again the start. Lights off. Fantastic. On the right hand side we have Faisal Al-Kabani going to the lead, and then Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani also going on the inside with a yellow car and able to gain second place. That was very important, as he placed himself in a position to follow Faisal, follow him for the first half of the race, and then make a move towards the end. It's amazing to see the view of the circuit illuminated by the lights. It's really nice as we see the cars driving into turn 6, tight hairpin, coming side by side, 2 wide, 3 wide. A lot of fight in the first lap. It's a circuit where it's not so easy to overtake, as we have mainly fast corners, so it's very important in the first lap. And from my point of view, is one of those places that is amazing to take our guys to race to. It's a fantastic circuit, very technical, top level. In anything, organization, the facilities, the surface, brand new, and the curbs, and everything you think of here in Qatar is top level. So when we take these very young drivers on a Formula 4 car, then it's a fantastic experience that they can take through their career, and hopefully some of them will come in bigger categories, bigger series, like we have along the race to Formula 1, you know, for the long journey that Formula 4 starts after karting, that as the goal is to get to Formula 1. As you know, this circuit is also been part of the Formula 1 calendar, so I know how Formula 1 cars were so fast through the sections of high-speed corners. It has been one of the most demanding races of the history of Formula 1 for the physical point of view, and having our drivers here also feeling those corners, those speeds, is fantastic. Of course, Formula 4 is the very first step in terms of aerodynamic, in terms of power, in terms of anything, and it is a really beautiful, pretty car with a fantastic drivability that allows these drivers to make the very first steps after karting in learning how to drive a Formula car, how to behave on a racetrack, and how to become a future champion. So let's see the champions of today, and we see shortly the podium. And here we have the podium finishers. Andrei Petrovic in third.
And in second position we have Faisal
Faisal in second after winning race 2.
First position atop the top step of the podium for the first time. Omar Al-Durrani.
Yeah, very well-deserved winner, Omar Al-Walid Al-Durrani.
And may I please call on Mr. Frank Vasseur to present the third place trophy. For the national anthem of Saudi Arabia. Thank you very, very much, everybody.
So overall podium finishes of race 3. Really good job for all of them. I would say all 3 must be very happy and proud for what they did in this race. And so far today, I would say it has been a very positive day for all 3. But having said that, with the last race of the weekend, race 4, coming up next, it is gonna be you know, the cherry on top of the cake. And now the rookies. And the winner again is Omar for the rookies, with Petrovic in second.
And now may I
Saker
please
in
call
third.
on Mr. Frank Ressier, the QMF Sporting Director, to present the 3rd place trophy. And now for the 2nd place trophy. And of course, the 1st place trophy. And now for the national anthem of Saudi Arabia. And now for a quick photo opportunity.
Here we have the
Thank you
top
very,
3
very much,
rookies. As the rookies is part of is an important part of Formula 4 and junior formulas, so this is why we also have trophies for the rookies, as it's also important to show which are the drivers that they have very little experience in these formulas. Not that the more experienced driver, they have years of career, because this is Formula 4, though, the very beginning of the long journey of motorsport, but it's also important to reward the rookies, as it is important to us to reward our really fast and really talented girls. The winner of today is Amna, and then Aurelia second, and Amda in third. Unfortunately, Amna losing the overall podium in the very last lap, but she did an amazing race.
And of course, the 2nd place trophy. And of course, the 1st place trophy. And now for the national anthem of the United Arab Emirates. for a quick photo opportunity.
Yeah, so here we are with our top 3 girls that they represent the now much wider and every day more competitive field of girls in motorsport. So let's move on to 4th race shortly. So see you for the 4th race of the Formula 4 Saudi Arabia Championship. Thank you again from Luca Filippi and Aaron Thompson that was just now doing the podiums. Bye-bye.